Welcome traders and investors from across the globe. This is Fugazi, aka Cryptomil 13, and as always striving to achieve absolute freedom. Good evening everyone. As mentioned in my previous video, I wanted to talk about some of the projects that are currently live on the Electroneum blockchain. And going through some of the Telegram channels, I found one of the projects that seemed very interesting to me, and that project is ETN Buddy. I went onto their website, snooped around a little bit, read their white paper. Makes a lot of sense to me, and it's quite interesting what you can actually do on the website. So if I understood correctly, so ETN Buddy actually is trying to fill a void in the Electroneum ecosystem, right? And that is basically, I believe they're one of the first, projects who introduced the ETN Buddy on the ElectroSwap decentralized exchange. By the way, I want to look into the ElectroSwap decentralized exchange in the next few videos as well. But let's stick with ETN Buddy at this point. So one very interesting aspect actually of ETN Buddy is that you are able to battle each other. So you can create a room with 2 to 10 players, and the winner is randomly chosen to keep it fair. And so basically the pot, there's a pot, and 94% of that pot the winner receives that pot, which is pretty interesting. So you choose a coin, which I believe at this point you can only choose Electroneum. Please correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you guys will. But so at this point you can put in an amount of Electroneum into the pot, and then the winner receives 94% of that, which is pretty cool. The other 6% is basically distributed to the token team and the buddy team. Okay, so the buddy team is actually, I believe, is the developers, and the token team are the people that develop that specific token, which in this case would be Electroneum. So I guess the Electroneum team is getting 2%, and the other 2% is actually being burnt. So it has a burn feature too, which is great. So there's something called Buddy Platinum Pass, and what that basically allows you to do is you can buy into that. You can buy a pass, and it looks like there's a total supply of 200 of those passes. 36 already have been sold, and so there's only 164 remaining at this time. And so basically that will allow you to get early access to some of the developments that are coming out, whether it be games, whether it be NFTs, and also staking rewards as well. And I believe sometimes you'll be able to get better prices on certain offers that they may have in the future. Okay, so you know what? It's actually something that I'll be looking into, and I think I will be getting one of those passes. Another feature that I found on their website, and let me see if I can get into that real quick here. So this is their website, and I found it pretty cool. So you can actually make your own meme. So they have a meme builder right over here, and let's go ahead and try that real quick. So I can load my background. Let's use this one here. And now you can add characters or the Electroneum logo. And let's go ahead and pick the ETN Buddy. Let's see here. Right there. And then, of course, it's too big, so we can resize this. Let's see. I wonder if there's a key that I can just press to make it a little bit faster, but let's see here. Maybe my image was just too small. Let's make it small and kind of like this right over here. Sticker right on my laptop. Actually, just click on that. There you go. I think that's a pretty good place for that. And let's put this little buddy on the hat. I am wondering if this little guy actually has a name. I kind of tried to look on the website a little bit to see if I could, find a name, but I wasn't able to find it. So I'm kind of curious about that. I mean, let me know in the comments below. Maybe there is a name for this little buddy already. I just wasn't able to find it. And if not, maybe the team can put a competition out there to see who can come up with the coolest name for this little ETN buddy. But again, I might be totally wrong, and they might already have a name for it. So I apologize in advance if that's the case. But there's the image. Put that little buddy right on the cap right there. And then you can actually, once you're done, you can download the final image, and it'll show up in my download folder. And I can use it, and so most likely I'll use that in my next project. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. So I think it's a pretty cool project, and looks like they're constantly doing something. They're developing, and they're coming up, I believe, pretty soon with a new project that they're going to be offering. So stay tuned for that. But yes, so real quick about Electroneum, we're currently sitting at 0.002325. We have not gone down below 0.02, which is great. But obviously, we can always do better, right? But I'm not worried about it. I think we are very early. Again, I guess this is just a new chapter, and the rise of Electroneum will come again. I truly believe that. The new blockchain, it's just opened up so many doors, and the hackathon that's going on right now will definitely produce new applications, new decentralized applications. So I'm looking forward to that and see what's going to come down the pipe. And with the new blockchain, the transactions are super fast, and the fees are so low. I'm able to put like 10 Electroneums in my wallet, and I don't know how many transactions I can do with that. I mean, it's just so nice to be able to send something that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and doesn't cost 50% of what you want to send, right? So small transactions definitely it's perfect for the smaller transactions that your $80 transactions, your $100 transactions. It doesn't try and charge you $20 for an $80 transaction. So that's where the advantage is with that. And it's super fast. I believe it takes about less than 5 seconds for it to go through. So again, I'm super excited about Electroneum. I know some people have been complaining about that. We haven't heard anything from Richard Elves and the team. We don't know what's going on, but you know what? I think they're focused right now on the hackathon, and I'm not worried about it. I think we're probably going to hear something very soon from him. Actually, I think Richard actually just put up a video not too long ago, so I don't know what people are talking about. Anyways, it is what it is. The market is down, and every time the market is down, we feel a certain way. We get emotional because it looks like on paper, if you look at the value of your portfolio and it takes a dive of 20%, of course you're gonna feel a little emotional about it. But we should, in this industry, in this market, we should not be surprised about these things anymore, to be honest with you. I mean, the 20% dive, it's like whatever, right? I mean, we see, you know, the market taking a dive 80, 90%, or a specific coin taking a dive, you know, 60, 80, 90%, and then only for it to bounce back again even more than what it did before. And Electroneum is the same way. You know, I mean, I know we haven't seen, you know, 0.005, you know, since last year sometime, beginning of last year, I think it was. But, you know, 0.005 is basically double from where we're at right now. And that is nothing, you know. So even if you think about doubling your money, that's nothing. Okay. A few years ago, I believe it was like, I'm not really sure, like 2018, 19 or something like that. We were at like 5 cents, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's where we're at, because I remember my portfolio looked pretty good at that time. I believe we reached like 5 cents. But, you know, and who's to say that we're not going to get there again, you know? I mean, we just need more engagement. The community is strong. We need to bring more people into our ecosystem. But I think, again, with this hackathon, I think, you know, Richard and his team, they're positioning themselves, you know, very well. And I think there's big things to come. One last thing. So that one thing that I forgot to mention in my last video, of course, I remembered right after I uploaded that video, but it was about Coinbase and how Coinbase was trying to gain approval to be able to offer crypto services to the UK. Of course, Coinbase being one of the largest centralized exchanges, it would be huge if Electroneum were to be listed on that exchange. So we can only hope, right? But yes, so hang in there, everyone. Next video will be, like I said, about another project on the Electroneum blockchain and maybe an announcement. But until then, hang in there. Have a good night.